Dear students, in today's class we are going to study about the poem The Kite. The poem is written by Harry Behan. The poem is written by Harry Behan, and through this poem he is going to draw a beautiful picture of the flying kite through these words. And here all of us like to fly kites. Yes, we are love to see flying kites, and we are so happy to take such kind of enjoyment. Have you ever tried to fly one? Dear students, I'm asking you, have you ever tried to fly one? So I'll get the answer. I hope that I thought that you have mm, tried a lot to fly, right? Read this poem about a kite as it flies in the sky. Here, we have to read this poem just like how kite is flying in the sky. Let's read this poem. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new, with a dive and a dip. It snaps its tail, then soars like a ship with only a sail. As over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest. As wind falls, when string goes slack, you wind it back, and run until a new breeze blows, and its wings fill, and up it goes. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new, but a raggeder thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. Is written by Harry Behan. Let's go through the first two lines of the poem. Before go to first two lines, I would like to say something about this poem. This poem contains a lot of rhyming words. Let me tell you how rhyming words are used. Somewhere fourth line of the poem, dip. Here you can see dip is rhyming with ship. Tail is rhyming with sail. Then tides rhyming with rides. Crest rhyming with rest. Then you can go to somewhere slack rhyming with black. Until rhyming with fill. Blows rhyming with goes. Then what else? So yes, thing rhyming with string. See rhyming with tree. So these are called as rhyming words. Rhyming words are used uh, in order to increase the beauty of the poem. Let's study how bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. Listen here, dear students. The poet is going to describe uh, the kite when the kite is flying in the sky and it is bright. Where? On the blue. Blue is a color, but here it is used for the clear sky. The blue is used for sky. Is a kite when it's new, and kite is attractive when the kite is flying in the sky with A dive, a dive with a dive and a dip. It snaps its tail, then soars like a ship with only sail. Look at these four lines with a dive and a dip. Here, dive and dip is used. What do you mean by these two meaning? Here, it's about to go into the water, actually, right? But here, um, the kite is a kind of object, and kite is swimming wherein the water, right? Here, kite doesn't swim, but it acts like swimming where in the sky when it is flying. So that is the way the word dive and dip is used. And it snaps its tail. How? Look at this. This is the way that kite is snapping. Snapping in the sense crackling sound. The crackling sound is produced with the help of tail when the kite is flying. Then soars like a ship. Here, a kite is compared with ship. How ship is moving on the water, that is the way that kite is compared when the kite is flying in the sky. And you can ask what is the meaning of the word source. Source means that fly high, but here ship doesn't fly, but ship is compared with kite, as kite is flying in the sky, the same way ship is moving on the water with only a sail. Sail, the word, it means that a cloth on a ship or a boat used to catch wind. But here, kite is going to catch the wind. With the help of wind, kite is flying. As over tides of wind it rides. Here, tides. What do you mean by tides? Rising and falling waves. See, this is what the description of the kite, how kite is flying in the sky. Just like tides, how tides presented the water, that is the way that kite is flying with the accompanied with the air, right? Climbs to the crest. What do you mean by crest? Crest in the sense mountain top, the top of the mountain. Climbs to the crest as it goes up and up. It goes nearby the crest, I mean, top of the mountain of a gust and pulls. What do you mean by gust? Gust means a kind of rough air, or we can say that a sudden or a strong wind. When sudden or a strong wind blows, suddenly the kite takes nearby the crest and pulls there, then seems to rest, as wind falls. Here, look at these two lines. When the wind, when the wind falls, when wind falls, suddenly kite seems like taking rest where in the sky. When string goes slack, what do you mean by string? String means that a thread is used to connect with a kite. See here, a kite and a person, a flyer. A flyer holds the string in his hand, so that string is connected with kite. When string goes slack, what do you mean by slack? Slack means that loose. What is that loose? When you lose that thread, what happens? You wind it back. When the thread is getting loosened, I mean, thread tied to the kite loosen, the flyer tries to roll the thread and runs till a new breeze fills its wings. So, when the wind is going to lose, immediately we have to wind it back and run until a new breeze blows. We have to wait for that. A new breeze. New breeze, breeze in the sense air, fresh air. Fresh air. When the air comes, suddenly that air takes the kite up. Then you can leave somewhat strings in your hand, and its wings fill and up it goes as you left the string loose, as you make loose, you are getting loose of this string from your hand, the kite goes up because kite becomes free from you. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. Look at this repetition of the first two lines. But a raggeder thing, what do you mean by raggeder? Raggeder means that torn, raggeder thing. But a raggeder thing you never will see. You can't see that torn thing, the thing which is torn. A poet is going to stress the word raggeder thing you never will see. Look at the negative form. You will never see. You can't see that torn things because here is used again. The poet continued when it flaps. What do you mean by flaps? Flaps in the sense move up and down. When the kite is moving up and down, suddenly it goes where? On a string in the top of a tree. Suddenly it goes nearby the tree and it fixes wherein the top of a tree. So that made the kite tone and image. Why? Because it gets tone and gives a poor look. This is the way that poem is explained here. Here, by beginning, we can see with the happiness that we have seen while flying the kite, but ending is kite is fixed somewhere in this way made us unhappy. So this is the poem. Thank you, my dear children.